if you are watching, uh, if you are watching this, listen, I want you to share this tonight. It is Transformation Tuesday, but it's going to be a little different tonight. Um, it is, I want you to listen. You're going to want to share this. You're going to want to share this with as many people as you can because tonight is going to be special. It's more of a dialogue conversation, but it's going to be good. I want you to share this with anyone, if they're single, if they're married, if they're separated, divorced, engaged. I want you to share this. You're going to want to hear what I'm getting ready to go into tonight. You're going to want to hear this. We're going to have a real conversation. Tonight, I am talking about the conversation is uh, I can't help, or you can't help who you love. You can't help who you love. You're going to want to tune in to this. You cannot help. Welcome in Diane tonight. She's breaking the ice. She broke the ice tonight on Facebook. Listen, share this with as many people as you can. Some of you, I don't know who got hot dates tonight. Some people may have hot dates, so I don't know who's going to tune in. But you can at least go back and watch the replay. Maybe you don't have a date. Maybe you're just home. Um, Maybe you're home and you're married, or your husband is working, or you out doing something that just didn't work tonight. Maybe you're single and you don't have no one to mingle with, and it just so happens that you are home or driving from work or picking up the kids or whatever may be going on in your life. Maybe you have gone through a divorce or going through a divorce and you don't want to hear nothing about love. Tune in tonight. I promise you, it's something tonight for everybody. And I want you to tune in. There is something tonight for every single body. So let me know. Good evening. Patricia is watching. Vivian is watching. Happy Love Day. Happy Love Day to all of you. Elder House is watching. You're going to want to watch this tonight. I promise you. I'm going to move quickly because I don't want to be here long. And so we're going to spend just 8 o'clock, no later than 8:02. I'm going to bring Instagram in now. It's a little early. I'm going to bring Instagram in now. I know we don't normally bring them in. We're going to bring Instagram in now so we can get this started. Listen, share this, share this, share this, and tell someone to come in. It's going to be good. I know you are. I know you are. Listen, Instagram, I hope you can see my title. You can't help who you love. Listen, I know it is Valentine's Day. I know that a love day. I call it the day of love day. But listen, maybe you're single and you're watching this. Maybe you're married. Maybe you went through a divorce. Maybe you're going through a divorce and you don't want to hear nothing about love. I want you to tune in tonight. You can't help who you love. It is. That's my girl Danielle. Peace. Welcome in to you. Welcome in. Hey, sister girl. That's Danielle. That's my girl right there. I can't help who I love. I promise you, I'm about to get into some stuff tonight. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to get into something tonight. And I literally just about 37 minutes ago really thought about just how much I'm going to get into. And so I'm going to get into some stuff tonight. You can't help who you love. I promise you, again, whether you are single, whether you're engaged, whether you have gone through a hurtful relationship, whether you're divorced, going through a divorce, separated, um, it doesn't matter. You're going to want to hear this. What's up, Terrell? Terrell is in. Welcome in, Terrell, tonight. wherever you're watching this from, maybe in your car, maybe you're at home, maybe you don't have no one. Maybe no one sent you any flowers. Maybe no one sent you any candy. Maybe no one bought you any kind of gift. Maybe no one said Happy Valentine's to you today. I'm gonna help you tonight. Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, where y'all at tonight? Facebook, y'all low tonight. But you may be people may be out, and I understand that. I'm not oblivious to the fact that people are out. I'm not oblivious to that. That some people may be out today, and so hopefully you enjoy yourself on tonight. Welcome in Jill. Did I say I'm Jalil Fonte? I'm messing it up, but welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Hope. I'm gonna dig into this. Facebook is running a little low tonight. Facebook run a little low. Run a little low. Run a little low. Listen, the title again tonight is I Can't Help Who I Love. Lisa Burrell, welcome in on Facebook. I can't help who I love. You know, I'm gonna start here. I'm about to start here, and I know this is going to. Well, I'm just gonna start here. You know, I was thinking about this, and women, I want y'all to hear me. Don't y'all tune out. Welcome in my little brother. Prophet Nix is in. Jen Janelle, welcome in. Welcome in, Yaya. I think, let's start here. I think we need to fully, really understand just a little bit just how powerful love is. Um, and it's so powerful. So I'm going to deal with some things, and this is actually probably like a pre to my dialogue, which will start the last Monday of this month. And that's going to be, it's not centered around a Bible study. It's a dialogue, conversation. I'm dealing with different kind of topics. Welcome in, Michelle Harvey. That's it, Instagram. If you're watching the subject, if you see it, I can't help who I love. Good evening, Tay. First, let's start here because let's look at scripture. Let me give you a scripture and I'm gonna build from there. John 3:16. Very simple. Watch this. And I'm gonna be careful because I don't want to go viral for the wrong reason. I'm not trying to go viral. I really want y'all to hear me. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world," right? Welcoming those in the sanctuary. We do have people in the sanctuary, believe it or not. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son." For God so loved, watch this, the world. Then the Bible tells us while we were yet sinners, he commanded his love towards us. So that while we were a mess, he loved us. And then John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world." Watch how I get into this. See, I know when I hit a certain thing, people are going to start tagging people. So that's, but it says, "For God so loved the world, he gave his only son." Here goes the crazy thing about that is he knew that the world wouldn't accept him or his son fully. The whole world wouldn't. But he loved the world still, irregardless of knowing that the world or people would still do what they do, that people would still reject him or would have proclivities and fall and get up and fall and get up, make promises that I'm going to do right, say that I love you like the children of Israel, I love you, and then they do something else. We're going to serve you, then they do something else. And he tells them that they are a backsliding nation because they go in, they go out. 1 minute you love me, 1 minute you don't. But he still says, "For God to love the world." This is crazy, but he still says, "For God to love the world." So God says, I still love the world, even though I knew that the world would do, or people in the world would still do and choose other things over me. He says, but I still loved the world. So the layer foundation, as I'm getting ready to go into this, is going to be more me talking more so than fully teaching. I'm going to give some insight, but I want to have a conversation because he loved, and that's where that thing comes. You can't help who you love. Once you love someone, if we be honest, now I'm going to dig, I'm just forewarning y'all. Once you love someone, it's almost impossible to not love them anymore. Once you love someone, it's almost impossible not to love them anymore. That can go for family, friends, and since it's about Valentine's and it's not just about, see, Valentine's, I don't want to get into the meaning of that because I don't want to turn the body off, but I understand the logic behind Valentine's. But once you give someone your heart and you begin to love them, it's almost impossible to unlove them. Parents with children that act crazy, sometimes disrespectful, you still love them. Some of you that have been in relationships, now watch this, maybe you're in a relationship, and the relationship you're in, whether you're married, engaged, boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever the relationship you're in, I want y'all to hear this. Sometimes, no matter what they do, you can't unlove them. Even if they treat you bad, that love is still there. And sometimes the hardest thing to know is that the way you act and the way you treat me and the things you said to me, this is all kind of relationships. I'm not just zeroing to one, friendship, intimate relationships. I'm not just talking about that, family. Once you do something to me, the challenging thing here, Nugent, sometimes is as upset as I get, as intense as you wound me and you hurt me, what bothers me sometimes more than anything is that I can't unlove you. Even if we're no longer together, if I really loved you, I still can't unlove you. Even if you hurt me, wounded me, betrayed, lied, verbally abused me, I'm going to take a stretch right here and we're going to break it down. I'm building a foundation. Don't go nowhere. Even if you've been physically abused by someone, guess what? If you really loved them, you still love them. Even if you're not with them, your heart still loves them. And sometimes that's the most challenging thing that we struggle with is loving someone, knowing their wrongs, knowing their sins. And in relationships, sometimes the reason why you keep going back or you keep allowing the person to do what they do, act like they act, say what they say, and behave like they behave is because they got your heart. And sometimes we say, I'm cutting you off completely. I want to talk to you. I don't want to see you no more. And you may do that a couple of times and it work, but somewhere along the line, you find yourself giving them access again. You know why? Because you gave them your heart. And you can't help who you love. I'm going to tell you why you can't help who you love. Y'all better not go nowhere. No matter what they do. Women, you know if you're in a relationship with a man and the man is, I'm going to dig, let's go deep. And the man is talking to you crazy, got a hot temper, is arrogant and letting you know it, got they don't call that no more, so let me get it right. What do they call it now? There's a word for it. Side piece, side chick, and watch this. And you know and you know what he's doing, and you know how he's acting and treating, and he's lying to you and trying to cover it up, and you're done with him 100 times, but you still love him because you gave him your heart. Okay, let's not just do women. Men, because women cheat. See, let's not focus on that. That's a whole other story. But if a woman can't hush, she just always accusing you, always assuming something, always writing your back, always in your phone, and all of those things. And you done said it in your head. You done told somebody somewhere, I ain't putting up with this. You feel like you can't talk to her because when you talk to her, she throws it round and she twists it up. And then every time you say, tell me the truth, you tell her the truth, and then you're done, but you're not done because she got your heart. And the problem, here goes the thing. The children of Israel, watch this, Nix. I'm building the foundation. And we're going to watch this. The crazy thing is, God says the children of Israel, he tells Hosea, the children of Israel keep doing this. The children of Israel keep going in and out. 1 minute they love me. He tells Hosea to marry a prostitute, marry a whore. Watch the breakdown. Don't go nowhere. Journey with me. He says, I want you to marry her. She goes in and out, goes in and out. She's still doing what she does. And Hosea marries her, but God says, no, I don't want you to just marry her. I want you to love her in her mess. Whoa, wait a minute, God. Whoa, now you asking too much. No. I didn't just want you to marry her. I want you to love her, knowing that if she lays with you tonight, she's going to lay with 5 more tomorrow. And I want you to love her. And when she walks through those doors, I want you to treat her like a wife. I want you to treat her like a lady. I want you to treat her like nothing never happened. Because I want you to love her. And God says, this is what Israel does to me. And I still love them. Wait till I give you why you can't help who you love. I still love them. Despite their sins, their wrongs, their infallibilities, their proclivities, their struggles, I still love them. Is there anyone that you say, I don't even want to, but I still love you? Some of you have even said, I hate them, but you saying it to convince yourself, but when you really dig into it, they got your heart. I don't ever want, and here goes another thing we're going to break down, because if you look at it from relationship and you look at relationships, you'll find this in relationships is that even if you're not with the person no more, you still love them. And the way that you know you love the person is because you'll get with a different person that has similarities as the person that you were with that you said hurt you. They got the same similarities. They got some of the red flags, but you'll get with the same person who you say treated you like the last person, because why? Watch the revelation right here. Not only do they still got your heart, but they still got your future. Because once you give somebody your heart, they're always a part of your future. Wow. Wow. I'm going to say that again. Once you give someone your heart, they still are a part of your future. Y'all didn't hear that in the background. I'm going to say it again. Once you give someone your heart, they will always be a part of your future. You will always care about them. You'll always wonder, are they okay? You'll always be concerned about them. Even if you haven't talked to them in 2 years, something in you is still saying, I wonder what they're doing. I hope they're okay. Why? Because you gave them their heart and they treated you like trash. They lied to you, but you still love them. They did you wrong, but you still love them. Wow. You still love them because at the end of the day, you can't help who you love. A friend that was really a friend, and your friend betrayed you, cut you, and you don't want nothing to do with your friend no more. But somewhere you could be driving, and you'll wonder, I hope they're okay. And some of you so deep in it, you start praying for the person that did you wrong. You're praying that God bless them, that God keep them, that God prosper them, that everything is okay. Now you're praying for the person who did you wrong. Why? Because they got your heart, because you can't help who you love. Wow. See, once I love you, I love you. Here goes the crazy thing about love. Once you love someone, Minister Alicia, you can't unlove them. They are always in your heart, even if they're not in your space. You can't unlove them. Wow. And here goes the thing, and I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. This is why if a man, if a man, not win, because I don't want to win no man. I don't want you to do it. But if a man cheats on a woman or has an affair on a woman, watch this. If a man cheats on a woman, I'm about to blow your mind right here. When a man, or if a man cheats on a woman, cheating means you're stealing. You're being sneaky. Something that is not yours, because you belong to someone else. When a man cheats on a woman, or when a man has an affair, watch this, cheat or have an affair. An affair means it's consistent. It's not just one time. You're now mentally and emotionally involved in that thing. Most women, not all, I'm not going to stereotype, but 8 out of 10 women statistically will take that man back at least 2, possibly 3 times if he cheats, either with the same person or 3 different women. You know why? Don't tune off, because I'm just, when I break this, because women, you can't help who you love. And once you give that man your heart, as much as you can't trust him no more, watch the revelation. You know what your heart is doing? It's giving him time to fix him. Wow. It's giving him time to change. It's giving him time to prove that you can trust him again. It's giving him time to learn to be honest with you. And what is your heart doing, Nugent? Your heart is giving him grace. Jesus, have mercy. Your heart is giving that man grace. And the only time you really put down the buckle and say, I'm done, watch this, when you start realizing, watch this, not only I do not deserve this, watch this, but when you come into a mental awakening, watch this, that if I keep allowing this, what am I? What am I? What am I? And so once you give that man your heart, as mad as you are, as fired up as you are, as hurt as you are, with all of your tears and your tissues, you still love him. You still love him. And you take him back because you're giving him time. You see? Men, because I don't just throw my men under the bus. Y'all know how I do. Men, because women do cheat and women do, not all, 6 out of 10 women 20 years ago cheated or had affairs. The number has now gone up. Now, watch this, the number has gone up to 7.8% of women cheat or have an affair one way or another, either intimately, sexually, emotionally, conversation, or watch this, or allowing a man to have your ear. Watch this. because he's giving you attention that you're not getting from your man. Mm. The difference with a man is, and I said this before, but I'm going to stretch it. If a woman cheats on a man or has an affair, 8.5 men are done the first time. Did y'all hear what I just said? That's it, Jasmine. Once a woman cheats on a man, 8.5% of men are done the first time. Y'all want to know why? Y'all ready? If you want to know why, I want you to put in the comments why. I'm about to mess y'all up. I want y'all to put in the comments why. Why does a man do that? I see Unique. Why does a man do that? I want you to put in there why. Ask me why. In the comments, I'm going to give you a crazy revelation. Why is a man done after the first time? My answer is going to blow your mind. All this is, I'm not out of the Bible. I'm in the book. I'm building something. Ooh, they putting that why too. Ooh, that why coming in strong. That why strong. It's strong. It's strong, Evangelist Brenda. You want to know why? Y'all ready for this? Because men don't marry automatically because they love you. They marry because you respect them. Men don't fall in love right away. We fall in love with the respect you give us. When you respect us, that articulates language of love. And when a man feels that you have gone with another man, he feels like there's no more respect. Because men don't fall in love as quickly as a woman. Wow. You know, this is going to sound crazy, and some of you may not agree, and it's okay because we're having a dialogue where we can agree to disagree. Most times, not all, but majority of time, women love stronger than the man. And if you are expecting your man to love you the same measure like you, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed. Your man is not going to measure the same way you love him, but that doesn't mean he doesn't love you. He loves you on his level. See, women you love with all of the affection. You give all of you. Men, we will give you, men, I'm sorry tonight, but women, I'm going to be sorry for y'all in a minute too. Men, we will love you, but not give you all of us because we feel we have to spread it to different things, business, church. So men spread percentages where women gives all of it. Did y'all hear what I just said? Women gives all of it. And women, stop expecting your man to equal your love. Love is love, but it's how women show it. Well, he only told me he loved me once this week. It doesn't mean he don't love you. I say it every day. This isn't a competition. Who says it more? If he says he loves you if he means it. If he said it one day. See, men, we show our love by this. I take care of the bills. I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. That's love. Women can take that, but you like to hear it. You see, women want to hear it. Men say, I'm showing it. I put gas in your car. I loved you. That was the love you. I opened your door. That was the love you. I bought you something you couldn't afford. That was the love. I took you out to eat. That was the love. The love. See, you all are trying to play the measure of love game. And it don't work that way. Women, you will say, baby, I love you. Oh, baby, you know I love you. You love me too. And the men will be like, yes. What you mean, You can't say it. No. See, it's not that. See, you don't misread it. The light is on. I got you a house. I'm paying your bills. I got your hair done. That was the love. You got to watch how love goes out. Oh, we don't got enough time to dig into this. But you're going to have to watch my dialogue because I'm going to go deeper than this on the 27th. Ooh. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. The dialogue going to be crazy. It is very important that you understand that. And that's why within this, you can't help. I can't help who I love. Some of you can't help who you love. Not. It's just, and this is what's crazy. You will know your man or your woman, because I'm not throwing my men under the bus. I don't like that. We've been doing that for years. We can't do that no more. That's why we don't have a lot of men in church, because everything promotes. I don't want to get into it. Y'all know what I mean. But here goes the thing. This is why if you're in a relationship with a man or a woman, your friends, if you got a friend, if you got a family member, guess what? You love them irregardless. And sometimes it hurts to love somebody. I want y'all to watch this. That's it, Diamond. Sometimes it hurts to love someone when you feel they're not loving you back the same way. And you know what? Neek, your mama in here cutting up. It's hard to love someone when you feel they're not loving you back in the same way. Maybe it could be like I just said, it's not that they don't love you, they just don't love you the same way, they don't show it the same way you do. And you're expecting, you know why people get hurt? Because you're expecting something from someone that either they can't give or they don't know that's what you expect. Whoa. I'm going to say that again. Maybe the reason why is because you have a high expectation and you're expecting someone to be something or to give something that they can't give, because their mind tells them, I'm giving it. And no matter how many times you say, I want to hear you say it, I want to see you do it. Well, if you my friend, you wouldn't be friends with my enemy. Well, if you wasn't, but your enemy was friends with me before I met you. Because you're expecting something too high that a person can't give or they don't know. That's what you're expecting. And sometimes people can't live. Somebody put it, that's it right there. Different capacities. There's different capacities of love. Different levels of love. Different degrees of love. Yaya put a good point in there. No, it's switch up from who they showed to be how they got you. We're going to come back to questions in a minute, since Yaya threw that there. I want you to put that back in there when I get to the questions, Yaya, because I got something for that in a good way. You can't help who you love. And it hurts sometimes to love someone who you know ain't doing right. And that don't, again, this is not just about in a relationship with a man or woman, love, marriage, engaged, dating, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. And I'm not giving any credit to side piece and side chicks or side, I don't want the word nigga, side man. I ain't even in that. So if that's what you're saying, I'm not even there with you with that. We're not doing side piece love, okay? That's a psychological consultation. But watch this. It's God. Look at God. Can you imagine how God feels the way we act sometimes? But he still loves us. Wow. You don't always do what he tells you, but you still love him. He still loves you. You don't always act and obey him and pray, but he still loves you. You don't always cross every T and dot every I, but he still loves you. Sometimes you're wrong, and sometimes you sin. And sometimes you sin and you're wrong. And sometimes you're wrong and you sin, but he still loved you. Because he said, I commanded my love. Here goes something. And this is the thing. This is why even when your lover or the person you loved or your friend becomes your enemy, you still love them. You know why? Because the kingdom word in the scripture is on you once you accept Christ to love your enemies. Y'all see, y'all missed that. So even if you are my friend and you're my enemy, I got God in me and I still love you. Love is that powerful that it makes me love you even once you become my enemy. You were my friend, now you're my enemy. You were my husband, you were my wife, you were my boyfriend, you were my girlfriend, now you're my enemy. But I love you because the scripture is in me. Thy word have I hidden in my heart that I cannot sin against you. In other words, I'm not even in control of this love thing, because once I let God take over my heart, I'm not even in control over my love for you anymore. Because if it was left up to me, I would not love you no more. But now love has a power that makes me love you, and then tells me why I should love you, and then tells me how I should love you, and then tells me to pray for you. It tells me to pray for you after you have done what you've done. And then what it does is love will tell me to not expose you even though I know you. Because love, y'all ready for Bible? Love will cover a multitude. You better run. House. See, love will have me covering all of your sins against God and against me. Uh-oh. Love will have me being silent when I should be loud. Love will keep me off of getting on the mic. Love will cover your mess. You know, there was a time, but we can't do that in the church. We can't say it that way because there's a whole nother word we could use, but I ain't going viral for that. Love will have me covering love will have me covering your stuff. Love. Love is love. And once you love, you can't unlove. I want you to put this in the comments. Once you love, you cannot unlove. Mad, upset, angry. That's why those of you that are married, you don't always feel jolly. You ain't always like, oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes, honey. There are days when you are agitated, aggravated, and want to be by yourself. There's those days, and you're like, look, okay, all right, I see you over there. Okay, I hear you. All right, I hear. You don't, watch this, but here goes the thing. Y'all ready for this next bomb? Love isn't a feeling. It is a decision every day. Whoa, it's a choice. So I choose to love you. Love is a choice. Tay said, I chewed my husband out on Sunday and went to church. I'm going to get you, Tay. But I still love you. Can you imagine how upset God got at the children of Israel, but he still loved them? Can you imagine how upset? It's challenging when you can't help who you love. I can't help who I love. God can't help that he loved you, because he said, when you was a sinner, I commanded. Y'all ready for this? He said, I commanded love. In other words, I made sure I obeyed my own command before you did what you did, so I wouldn't unlove you. Once you love somebody, your heart commands it now. Wow. I can't even stand to look at you. Family, friend, husband, fiance, love, whatever, but I love you. And you could be driving mad, tears coming down your eyes. And something hit you and you'd be like, oh, get on my nerves. But I love him. Then you start crying because you love him. You're crying because you love the person or the people. You're crying. They talk bad about you. Sitting in your own church, but you still love them. Still trying to make sure that they prosper and are good health. You can't help who you love. Not only can you not unlove who you love, watch this. Love will have you caring when they cared less about you. Whoa. Love will have you, love is so crazy. Love will my Apostle Sierra's on it. That's my BFF. I should click her in, but love will have you. Should I say this? Yes, I should. Love is so powerful. A person could have treated you so dirty and did you so wrong and call you in the greatest need of their life. And as mad as you are, and upset as you are, and as much as you don't want to do it, the God love in you will look beyond their faults and make you still bless them or take care of their need. They'll be laid up in the hospital and say, can you call such and such? And everybody say, well, you know that ain't good. No, call. And everything in you don't want to go. And you might even say, I ain't coming up there. And watch this, that love will start speaking to you. And you'll go to the hospital because God, you know what the Spirit will say to you? All right, go on up there. I love you. Go on up there. That ain't godly. Go on up there. You got to love them. Go on up there. Go pray for them. It might be their last time. And now you are standing. I'm finna run. I'm getting ready to run. Now you are standing at the hospital bed of someone who has become the worst enemy of your life and have done you the dirtiest and treated you the lowest and hurt you the most and betrayed you. And you are standing at their bedside praying for them and sometimes often talking about what was. Because you can't help who you love. You can't be a son and daughter in the kingdom and you get to dictate who you love. We don't get to dictate who we love as sons and daughters. We have to love. Agape love, unconditional, unrestricted, unlimited. I may not talk to you every day, but I still love you. You can't help who you love. And the problem with most people is you're trying to control a love. See, if you can, now I'm about to mess up a whole bunch of people right here. If you can control the love, you ain't gave your heart to God. If hate can conquer your heart, you ain't got God's love. You ain't got God. You're not a son and daughter. I'm talking to sons and you're not a son and daughter in the kingdom. And I'm going to bust y'all up with another one. Here goes a stretch. Because even people who haven't said yes to God have a certain kind of love. It may be a filial love. They got to love. Because there's some women who ain't said yes to God and will take their man back 5 times and break up in their mind. Listen, I ain't giving this to nobody else because we done built this together. And when he die, I'm going to have all this, so I ain't going nowhere else. Okay? Ain't nobody getting this, ain't nobody getting this car, ain't nobody getting this house. You can go over there in your bed and stay in your bed all day long on that other side of the house, but I'm not leaving. It's going to be a business relationship because guess what? I went through with you for this. And that's a crazy love, but it's still love. There's degrees and levels to love. Wow. Oh, you don't believe me? Okay, so let me do something. Let's bring in some Bible. Y'all remember Joseph? He had a bunch of sons. Excuse me. Y'all remember Jacob? He had a bunch of sons. And what happened? He favored, who did he favor more than anybody? Joseph. Joseph got the coat. And the brothers got mad. Like, what do you mean you giving Joseph this coat? You don't love us? I do love you. But watch this. Joseph needs a love that is different than the way I love you. If you have more than one child, you love all your children. And y'all may not want to admit this, and you might can't admit this on social media because I don't want you to get in trouble. But you can have a whole bunch of kids or just 2 kids. You love your children, but there's always that one that's got okay. Y'all don't want to be honest. It happens, and it doesn't mean you love the other one less. One just got that special place. You can't help who you love. And when you find yourself loving someone who was your friend, your partner, your husband, whatever it is, and they turn out to be your enemy, but you still love them. And you don't want to see nothing bad happen to them. And you don't want to see them suffer. And you're praying for mercy and grace. That's when you know you can't help who you love. I see you, Tay. You can't help who you love. It's we this holiday is Valentine's Day. And it's about love. And this is why sometimes it's hard for you to break off certain friendships with people because your heart. You want to and you need to, but your heart keeps giving time. This is why it's hard for people to get out of relationships. And this is why sometimes it's hard for people to get into new relationships because you still love where you was. Oh, that's another subject. You love where you was, and you're trying to decipher and determine before I let this person go. Let me give him one more chance, and now that's the 20th chance, because your heart is still. And so, how do I make the determination when to say I'm cutting you off? When you can say I can cut you off but still love you. I can, because sometimes we can't regulate. If I love you, then I should still be your friend. I still should be with you. Because most people haven't figured out how to love from a distance and forgive in close proximity, but give you space. See, I can forgive you and still love you. I can disconnect from you, but I still love you. Don't ever let nobody make you think, well, if you love me, you'd still be my friend. No, 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 no. This is why I still love you, because I'm not your friend anymore, but I still love you. Wow. I can't take this no more, but I still love you. I don't love you any less. I just realized you and I being friends or whatever it is, whatever you're in, whatever you want to call it in your situation, I still love you irregardless. And don't ever say to me, I love you because God told me to. No, 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 no. You chose God. You chose love. You chose love. Once you gave him your heart, you switched out a heart for a different heart. And now you can't help who you love. And even when you, sometimes there are people, I can't name nobody. There are people that are my worst enemy. I said my worst. But if I see them, I still smile. Hey, how you doing? Even if they don't speak to me. Hey, how you doing? I've said hi to people, and they just look at me. And I said, okay, well, it's okay. I still love you. I said, I said to people, I still love you. I still love you. I don't love you. I still love you. I still love you. Because guess what? The scripture has a remedy for me. It has a blessing for me. To do good to them. Oh. There's a lot of fruits of the Spirit. But he said the greatest of them all is love. Because if you don't have love, you have nothing. If you don't love, you can't be kind. You cannot be patient. You cannot be merciful. If you don't have love, you can't forgive. Love allows you. Love is the conduit to forgiveness. And it is, watch this, it is the link to giving grace. Because you remember yourself. And you remember yourself. God, thank you for having mercy and grace on me. God, you've forgiven me. God, you still bless me. And some of this stuff I don't deserve. And when you start thinking like that, it starts becoming easier to love people who now are your enemy. People who trying to destroy you. People who trying to assassinate you. People who is talking bad about you. People who you don't even care what's going on with them. You don't care what job they at, what church they at, who they with, but you still love them because we can't help who we love. Now watch this. Why can't I help who I love? I gave you a little snippet. He says, while you were yet sinners, he commanded his love. In other words, he says, I loved the sinner before I created the sinner. Watch this. So let's break it down. In other words, the Lord says, I made sure that I put a command on my heart. And I commanded my heart. Watch this. This is a place to dance. That no matter what they do, still love them. Whoa. See, when you choose to love someone, that's your frame of mind. That no matter what you do, and I'm loving you based off what I know, and I'm loving you sometimes based off what I don't know. Now, what I don't know is what I don't know what I can handle, but I'm still going to love you even if I can't handle it with you. I'm still going to love you. This is why the mother will love the son who's murdered somebody. Ooh, ooh. I was watching the other day with the when I said the other day, that's Jamaican talk. That's a couple of months ago. The other day gone, but it's really 3 months ago. But I was watching the grandmother of the boy who killed his mother, his stepfather, and his 3 siblings. And the grandmother in the court looked at him and said, I forgot her name. She said, look at me. Look at me now. He didn't want to look up. And the judge says, look at her. He looked at her. She said, baby, I love you. You took my baby from me. And you took my other grandbabies. She said, but baby, I want you to know I love you. And I'm coming to see you in prison. When I tell you wasn't a dry eye in the courthouse. The judge said to her, when it came time, he said, you are better than everyone in this courtroom. He said, because there's many people here hate him and want to see him dead. And she told him, don't execute him, because I got to come see him. When you really, really got love for somebody, as hurt, that's why love will hurt. Sometimes it hurts. It's a pain. It's a wound. You feel it. It's like, oh my God, I love you, and it hurts. I'm crying about the fact that I'm loving you and I cannot unlove you. I want to be mad. I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to care about you. I want to give you to God and don't ever have to hear your name, see your face again. But love won't let me do it. You stole from me, deceived me, manipulated me. And I don't want nothing to do. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be with you at all. I don't want to even hear you say you love me. But love won't let you do it. Adabohusha. Love to have you on the altar crying out for people who did you wrong. Y'all don't hear me. Someone stole from me some years ago. I won't even name it. I'll never forget it. They stole from me and took a lot of money from me. And I knew they stole from me. And they knew I knew. And then they got into a situation and needed some help. They didn't call me, but I heard about it. And I said, Veron, don't you, Veron, no. All that money, they need to be putting money back into your pocket. They need to be paying you back for all the money and I heard the Holy Ghost say, is that who you are? Ooh, that thing got me. I said, well, they wouldn't do it for me. He said, is that who you are? I said, but Lord, they stole from me. He said, but is that who you are? And before I know it, I was on the phone calling them. And I said, how much do you need? I can't take it from you. And they crying. I can't take it. I said, okay, I'll just bring what I think you need. Come meet me. I met him in the parking lot and gave him an envelope. Hugged them. They cried. Boo-hoo crying. I said, don't say sorry. It's okay. You don't got to pay me back. And I walked away, got in my car, and I cried. I didn't cry because I was happy. I cried because it hurt me to do that. Nugent, it hurt me. I was hurt that I loved And I knew they would have never, if that was me, they would have cut me off and threw me to the dogs. But the Holy Ghost said, is that who you are? I'm driving in my car, and I heard the Lord say, and for this, I'm going to bless you. And when he blessed me, oh, he blessed me. Because you can't help who you love. No, but have you, this is going to be hard for some of y'all to swallow. Love will have you lying for people to cover who they really are or what they really done. Love will have you doing it. Love will say, oh, no, they didn't do that. Oh, love, they didn't say that. No, they didn't say that. Oh, no, they would never do that. Love will have you doing it. And you'll feel like a fool. Look at me like a fool I am. Fool. As Judge Judy says, stupid on your forehead. But love, you know, people say love don't cost. Oh, love cost. Love cost Jesus his life. Love cost him his life. Because he died for you and I. We did not deserve him to go. He was innocent. We were guilty. But love kept him on that cross. When nothing else could help. Love lifted me. And here goes the thing. Some people will never appreciate the love you give. But you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. Some people will they'll still walk over you. Some people, this is love. Yeah, love is, that's it. Love is expensive. Love is expensive. Sometimes, you know, you can lose everything trying to love some people. You will lose good friends trying to love someone who they telling you is an enemy. And you constantly saying, no, 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 no. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. And you know that they're wrong. You know you shouldn't give them a chance, but you're giving them a chance. And there are people will cut you off because you're giving someone a chance that they can't stand because they see something. But watch this. They see. But the songwriter said, he looked beyond all of my faults and he saw my needs. Love will have you giving people 5 chances, not just a second chance. It'll have you giving people 5 chances. A just man, falls. Love. You can't help who you love. You can't pray it away. You can't praise it away. When you love, you just simply love. I can't help who I love. You can't. No matter how hard you try. You know how many times, there have been times in my life when I've cried because I love certain people. And I would say, God, why me? Why do I got to be the nice one? Why do I got to be so concerned? I can't help who I love. You can't help who you love. And that's the power of love. Love is unexplainable sometimes. You ever had somebody ask you, why you love them? Why you care so much? If I was you, you ain't me. I love them. They talking bad. I know, but I still love them. But you know what they said? I'm upset. I'm hurt. But I still love them. Because you can't help who you love. Yee. I see you, Facebook. I see you, Instagram. Instagram is on fire tonight. Do you hear me? Instagram is y'all on fire. Instagram is on fire. Instagram ready to have. All right, I'm only gonna do this for 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. I want you to put back your question. Who was that to put that? Yaya, put your questions. I'm not taking. Ask me a question, 5 minutes, Dr. Brown, start the clock. I'm not going past 5 minutes. I'm not going. The devil is trying to. Ooh, call him off. I don't mean to see. I'm online. Not a person that hurt me. Can't help who you love. Mm. Yes, Lord. Ask a question. Can't help who you love. Anybody got? We probably have 4 minutes. Dr. Brown, you counting? All right. Y'all got 4 minutes. Who made it was Yaya? I said it's not we expect them to love us the same is wait a minute, hold on. I said it's not we expect them to love us the same is the fact they show up one way and change. So what Yaya is saying let's say in a relationship, how someone started is not how they continue. So it's Alicia called a representative. And Nick's the dialogue's gonna be crazy on the 27th. My girl Sierra's gonna be on there. It's gonna be crazy. So it's called the switch up game. I heard her put that before. The switch up game when you present something in the beginning, but then it seemed like it fades away. Now I can't unpack all this tonight, but I'll do it over time with the dialogue. Diamond said the representative. Now I'm gonna play I don't want to say the devil advocate. I'm gonna play an angel advocate. And here it is. I agree with you all, but watch. Can I give you a different perspective to look at it? Look at it from a perspective that when you meet someone for the first time, you are, whether you say it or not, trying to show them your best foot. Everyone has a representation when they first meet someone. No one shows the fullness of what you're struggling with. No one tells the internal, because guess what? You don't know them yet. So you can't give them all of that. So, women, you don't tell a man, now I'm not saying nobody crazy, but you don't tell a man you got some crazy tendencies that I could go off and go crazy in a fly of a button. You don't tell them that because what's happening, and you may not even think this, some people do, is I'm trying to get you to know me and see me without prejudging me for what I'm yet struggling with, and I know I need to change. So no one shows the fullness of who they are in the beginning. So everyone, when you meet somebody, you tell them, oh, this, that. You may tell them a little bit about your past, but there's some things you don't tell them because you don't want to scare them away because they haven't built up enough time to get to know you. Now, let's flip this on this wise, because people say, well, you did this in the beginning, and you used to do this, and you used to open up the door, and the men, let's go men, you used to open up the door, and you used to make time for me, and I used to be able to reach you, and then you're right. And then men say, well, you used to talk to me this way, and you used to do this way, and you used to not question every place I went. You go back and forth trying to find the balance. Yeah, well, you used to buy me gifts all the time. Now you don't buy me no gifts. Let me drop this nugget, and I'm not going to stay in this long. Just think of it this way. No, I got to say that for the dialogue. That's too much. I can't get into that. So I hear what Yaya is saying is the switch-up game. And there's some moments when it is a switch-up game. Now, there's some instances where it is. They're giving you the fake because they don't want you to know that they're really a dog. They do. They don't want you to know. And that's men or women. I'm not throwing my men under the bus for y'all. That could be on both sides. They don't want you to see that part. So that's a switch-up game. Now, that is a switch-up game, and it's not right. Because now, not only you're pretending to be something that you're not, you're now trying to hide and be sneaky with who you really are. And then I see you got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The switch-up game. And the switch-up game, from that perspective, is not right. To pretend to be something. There's many layers to this to get into why a person stops doing what they're doing or why they don't continue to do what they do. We don't have time tonight. Diamond's a good perspective. We don't have time. There's layers. And I'll work those layers, but in the dialogue, not on a Tuesday. But there's layers to the reasons why. There's different reasons. Just because it's a reason doesn't mean it's right. But there are different reasons. Man can say, well, when I met you, you used to cook all the time. Now you don't cook. Well, now I got a business and I got this over here, but you used to cook all the time. Now you ain't cooking, and I don't get no meals. Well, we eat out, don't you? Well, yeah. See, you know what I'm saying? You can go back and forth with that. Well, when I met you, your hair was this color, and now you don't cut your hair off. It was long. Well, you can go back and forth. When I met you, you used to dress like this. Now I see you and you in sweats and a t-shirt. I don't. See, you go back and forth. Y'all get my drift? So we have to be careful with that. But there's layers to that. One more question. I'm done. I'm out of time. One more question. Ooh, Instagram is on fire. I got to get out of here. Oh, Facebook got a question. Why is it, Lakeisha Johnson, why is it so hard to forgive, even though we know we should always forgive? Healing does not happen overnight. Yes. Why is it so hard to forgive? I think I kind of said it. I'll expand on it. It's hard to forgive because it's the pain. That's why love hurts. And the reason why love hurts is because people hurt. Hurt people will hurt people. And then some people ain't never been hurt will hurt people. So sometimes it's hard. It's only hard to forgive when you haven't embraced that love stream. It hurts to forgive, but it stops being hard to forgive. Because it'll hurt, but stop being hard. All right. I'm out of time? Okay, that's it. Diamond said, when in marriage, when is it the right time? I don't know if that can be answered. Yeah, I can't answer that, Diamond. I can, but I can't. I can, but I have to give a general perspective, and I can't unpack that tonight. But that's a good question. We've got things to discuss, Bishop. We're ready for all the groups. Listen, thank y'all so much for watching tonight. I came as I don't have a mind to ask you or tell you what to give, or even if you want to give, you can. If you choose to give, you can give. If you don't, you don't have to. I didn't have a mindset to say, hey, tell them to give. But if you want to give tonight, you can give. If you would like to give, you can give. The way to give is up on the screen, Facebook. If you want to sew in, if something tonight blessed you and you liked the conversation and it was stimulated your mental capacity and shed an insight or some kind of enlightenment, then you can give if you would like to give tonight. Again, if you choose to. The ways is on Facebook, and then Instagram will be coming up. Instagram. It will be coming up in a moment. It'll be coming up. All right, if you want to give, just start doing it. If not, we're going to move. Again, I hope this, was enlightening for you tonight. I can't help who I love. I want everyone that's watching, put that on your Instagram, put it in your story, put it on your Facebook, tag me in it. I can't help who I love. I can't help who I love. I want you to put that in your Instagram story. You don't got to put it on your post. You put it in your Instagram story. You can put it on your post if you choose. I can't help who I love. I can't help who I love. Thank you, Tay. Tay's seed is in the ground. Tay's seed is in the ground. Let me throw this one out there before y'all leave. Now, let me help y'all, women. Women, I know this ain't fair, and here it is. And I don't want to get into this argument tonight or debate. It seems as if on this day, 9 out of 10 times, it is the man going crazy, breaking his back, trying to get a woman a gift or giving a woman flowers. But if it's about love, why is it that the woman isn't giving the man anything? I'm asking for a friend. It's everywhere I went today. I was in the gas station, and the man is going. And then I was at the store, and the guy was. It just everything. I was in at the county building, and the police officer that was at the thing. He said he was talking to other police officers. He said, I got to get out of my lunch break. He said, yeah, I got to get my lunch break too. I got to go get something. Then the other lady said, yeah, you make sure you get something for her. And I wanted to say, but what is she getting for you? Queen Elizabeth, thank you. I'm not saying some of you women may do it. I don't know. But it seems like majority of the time it's the man buying and not the woman buying. I don't know. What'd you say? Men need intimacy. That's what they want. Sister, Sister Nudie said they want bedroom. Here? No money spent. No money spent. They want bed. She has a point. I bought my husband, daughter, and son roses. Okay, Tay, thank you. Vivian's seed is in the ground. Y'all women quiet on this Instagram though, but Sister Nugent, she gave her take on it. Men want the bed. They want for lay and play and area. Sister Nugent gave her a spin on it. Yeah, they are cracking up on Instagram. Women, Talia said, women are receivers. Women are receivers. Okay. Christiana, what is it? What that make the man then? I mean, I'm just Christiana, definitely just because type of person. She's very anointed for that comment. Prophet Nix from Detroit, Michigan said, you're very anointed for that conference, Minister Nugent. He said, you're very anointed for that comment. People know, the people I know give to each other. All right. Diana said the people she know give to each other. All right. And just a question. I was, because everybody, everybody was talking about it, and the lady was saying, yes, my husband is, most people said they weren't going out to dinner tonight because they had to work, they're tired, but all the women at the thing was, she said, yeah, I'm waiting. He better have something when I get home off of work. I said, wow. Hopefully you got some lingerie when you get off of work. That's a whole nother subject. All right, anyone else that's given, thank you for giving. Thank you so much for those that gave. I appreciate it. Mother Fanay's seed is in the ground. Mother Fanay's seed is in the ground. Thank you so much tonight. For those of you that are yet sowing, again, it's just, I didn't put a demand on you. It's just, if you want to give tonight, thank you so much. I know it's Valentine's Day, and I'm not gonna assume no one don't got a date. Maybe you're going out after this. I don't know. Maybe you're just gonna sit home and enjoy it. I think sometimes we make things. I think we put. I don't want to say that. I think sometimes we make things something, and then when it's not something, we get disappointed. Yeah, I think the repetitiousness of, and I know there are women, and nothing wrong with it. I think women, y'all expect flowers. Oh, he bought me flowers every week. He bought me flowers. But what if he does something different? What if he don't buy you flowers? Well, he took me out, and what if he don't take you? What if he says, can we just sit home and watch a movie? Can we just sit home and watch a movie? What if you just want to sit home and watch a movie and cuddle? Are you upset because he didn't get you flowers? He didn't get you. If he does something different than he normally does, is that good enough? One person said yes in this here place. If he does something different than he normally would do or what's normally expected, Diamond said, I'm cool with it. Yaya said, that's intimacy. Okay, all right. If he doesn't take you out to eat, if he doesn't buy you the flowers and he does something else, is that good enough? Facebook, y'all ain't saying much. Mother Johnson's seed is in the ground. Vivian said popcorn in a movie. Okay, so y'all open to that. If he doesn't get you flowers, he doesn't buy you a gift, maybe he says, you know what? Let's just ride in the car. Let's just ride in the car. Let's ride through neighborhoods. What if he just says that? Is that okay? Because the average woman, if he ain't got no flowers or no candy or no gift, it's a problem. Why do you want the same normalism? I think that's the element of surprise. Y'all women is agreeing with me. Okay, I got a little nervous. Y'all ain't hanging me. Y'all ain't hanging me. Y'all all saying no problem with that. Yes, that's good. Well, let me give y'all a clap in here today. And I got two people clapping in here. I don't. The booth ain't clapping, but I got two people clapping. I love surprises. Now, all y'all women saying that, okay. Now, all right, that's good. I said that because there was a military man who normally, he's been in the military for years. He normally sends his wife flowers 2 weeks ahead to make sure they get here by the day before or the day of. Sometimes they come the day after, but normally. And this year he didn't send flowers. He wrote a letter on a piece of paper. And I was watching this on the thing, and she said she got upset because she was expecting the flowers, the candy, or whatever. And she said when she got to the bottom of the letter, this what made her cry. He said, the first time I asked you to go out with me, I wrote you a letter on a yellow piece of paper from a tablet. And I just wanted to relive that moment. Wow. And she said she cried because that was the best gift. And you know what topped it off? She said he did something he hasn't done in years. He actually took the time to write down how he feels. And I said, the little things can go far when you learn to appreciate it. What if a man can't afford the $300 flowers? Maybe he only can get you the flowers from the bodega. Now, he shouldn't make it a habit, you know. I don't want to get into that because I might get in trouble with the men with that. Ooh, I'm not getting in trouble with the men with that. But if that's all you have, that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. But don't make it a habit to get flowers from the bodega. They only last a day. You know, it shouldn't be about the amount, but it should be about the quality. Bodega flowers don't last. You got to, men, don't y'all get me? I'm hard in that area. But maybe that's all he has. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you post this. Put this in your story. Queen Elizabeth said the little things can go far. It takes thought. That's it. It's the thought. When do we do that anymore? The thought that counts. Do we still believe in that? People believe in that? Yeah. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. I don't see Marcus on here no more. I guess they done. I know they got all of them got. Let me not. Yes. Some people have a lot of plans. All right. And that's another thing. If you on Valentine's Day, should you go out in a group or should it just be? Is it okay to go out in a group or should it just be you and your person or could it be other people? You know, I'm just asking for a friend. All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Where there's life, there's hope. Where there's hope, there's life. It was just a dialogue tonight. Listen, I want y'all to tune in for my real start of my dialogue on the 27th of this month. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be. It's unscripted, transparent, but I'm not naked. But it's dealing with life, personal life, politics, church. We're going to deal with different things every week. But we're going to come out the box on the 27th hard and strong. And we're going to deal with some things that make you think and make you get different perspective and expand your consciousness. All right. Thank you so much. Shalom.